Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Michaela and I'm going to do today with you a new pattern for some bottoms. These bottoms actually can be used both for swimwear or pole dance. They are so beautiful and so cute. So they come in like a what is special about them, they come in like a V band like this. I have the leggings as well, and now I finally got the time to do the bottoms, and I really love them. Perfect for the perfect for the spring, I must say. They are coming with 4 different coverages, so there will be thong, cheeky, full coverage, right? And Brazilian coverage, which is very similar or more in between cheeky and thong, right? So their special thing is that they have this beautiful reband. And today I'm actually doing, because I'm preparing these for my pole dance collection, so I will be doing a Brazilian cheeky. So that is not too difficult. First thing I have to do, I put the things together, right? Obviously the 2 back pieces. So I took here, I have my main fabric, and I'm placing each piece on top of each other, facing right side of the fabric together, and I'm going to pin all along what would be in between the bum side, right? And if you've seen any of my videos, you know that first things first, I always pin and do a bust stitch. So that will be the next step. So I'm going to do the same thing for the lining as well. Pin what would be the between the crotch, right? Like that. And I've got here my my front piece, right? This is the main fabric and this is my lining. And as well I have obviously my band, which right now I'm going to fold it in 2 like this, and I'm going to pin all along. I'm going to prepare it already for attaching it to the bottoms, even if it's not just yet the time. So I'm going to pin all along like this, and the 2 sides, and I'm going to do just a bust stitching all along and to the 2 sides, right? So I take already my sew machine, and I'm going to do bust stitching. I'm going to show you what I mean by the bust stitching. I'm sorry if my color of choice today was black and it could be a bit tricky, but I hope you can see pretty good all the details of the stitching. Anyways, I will be explaining them. So what is a bust stitching, for the ones who do not know, is a just simple straight stitch, long on the highest stitch length, and its main job is to maintain the 2 layers of fabric together, so they're not slipping away, right? When you're serging with your serger or doing the zigzag stitch, it's a tricky stitch as well. So the bust stitching maintains these 2 layers of fabric together. And what I personally do is I am making small cuts into the stitch, right? So I'm literally every few centimeters I am making these little cuts like that on both sides, obviously. so this will allow stretch for my fabric. But nevertheless, if you see it popping, you should remove. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to repeat the same thing for my lining, and I'm going to prepare the waistband. Like I said to you, I'm going to do the bust stitching just so it's already prepared. Okay, so I've got the band prepared, but I will put it to the side, and the back pieces are also prepared. And now I'm going actually quickly to my serger, and if you do not have a serger, I recommend you using a zigzag stitch on your normal sew machine. So I'm going to serge the same side which I just did the bust stitching, right? And I will do this for both my lining and my lycra. Okay. And now the next thing I am going to do, I'm going to take my front piece and my back piece, and I'm going to connect them together, if I can say so, right? At the crotch area, I will not do a bust stitching because obviously it's quite an easy stitch, right? So I just do a straight stitch over sorry, serge. I will just directly serge it. Over the crotch area, right? That's one side, and this will be the other side. By the way, this project is so easy and so fast, absolutely not a problem. So now I'm doing the same thing for my lining, straight stitch, and the next thing I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to open, right, the bottoms, like I would call them already, right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to place my lycra, my main fabric, on top of my lining fabric like this, and I'm going to, attention, pin the leg openings. So the long curvy sides, just the leg openings, I'm going to pin, and I'm going to bust stitch, and afterwards I'm going to serge it, adding elastic in the same time, right? Just the leg openings, not the sides, not the upper part, just the leg opening. So I'm going to do this off camera. Like I said, this long curvy part like this, I'm going to bust stitch it off camera, and I'm going to show you how I'm applying elastic with my serger. I do have rubber elastic of 6 millimeters. Using elastic, I always say it's optional, but I highly recommend it. If you do not have rubber elastic, you can use braided elastic or transparent elastic, but the rubber elastic is the most durable per se. So I will be doing all that off camera. Once I'm done, I'll come back to show you the next steps. Okay, so I've already done one leg opening. I added the elastic on one leg opening to my bottoms, and I'm going to do with you on the other side. And as well, I'm going to show you how I stitch the edges as well. So I practically slide the fabric underneath, and I'm adding elastic. I do have an elastic elastic guide, so this makes it very easy. Okay, and now actually I am going to turn the bottoms on the right side of the fabric, and we are going to stitch one side together. So this is my lycra fabric, right? This is my lycra fabric. And I will place on top of each other like that, facing lycra with lycra and lining with lining, right? And in this moment I'm going to pin, and I want to make sure that obviously the the seam is matching perfectly together. So I will first do a bust stitching like always, and then I'm going to directly serge it. I'll do this off camera because it's just a straight stitch. I will not add any elastic to this, but I want to make sure that I'm matching perfectly the seam where the fabrics meet together. So I'm just going to show you this one, and I like to place one seam that it's coming towards me, right, and the other one that it's kind of like going away from me, right? And that way I feel like they're not slipping away from each other. And I'm holding like that with the finger to make sure that they're not moving around, and then I just continue all the way till the end. So this seam does not need any elasticity, right, because it's a side seam. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go directly to my serger and serge over. Like I said, bust stitching is optional, but I highly recommend it. So we only have a little bit more left to do. So now I'm going to do off camera the other side. So I just wanted to show you, like, look how beautiful the seams are meeting, like in the right perfect place, right? So I'm going to do the other side off camera, and afterwards I am going to do a bust stitching over the 2 layers of fabric all around to prepare to add the waistband, right? So I'm going over these 2 layers, lining and main fabric, that is easier afterwards to add the waistband. Okay, so I've got already the bottoms prepared, right? And I have my band, and I did already the bust stitching all around, yes. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it like this. So it's a continuous circle, right? And I'm going to unify it in the corners. Okay, so I'm going to start from the center, and I'm going to do another bust stitching. And now on the other side. And I'm going to try to do a few cuts into it. This fabric is definitely, I would say, not easy. Okay. And the same on the other side. Okay, so now as you can see, you have a beautiful V shape looking. I'm just trying to choose a nicer side, but actually they're both very nice, to be honest. I like them equal amount. Perhaps this is more uniform. Okay, so it's chosen. I chose this side. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I am going to match. So this would be my front, this is my front, so I'm going to place it like that over, right? And I'm going to start from the V, from the center, right? And I'm going to pin and then I go all around pinning. Remember that the band is slightly smaller, like usually, than the rest of the bottoms, right? So you'll have to pull a little bit the band around. When you're pinning. So I prefer to always do this before. So I make sure that it's matching perfectly so I don't have to pull suddenly a little more on one side or whatever. Okay. And I will just be pinning until here, right? Why? Because I want to start doing a bust stitching and I don't want it to bother me. So I'm going to start here in the end. I'm going to do a bust stitch so it's secure for when I'm going to the serger, right? So I place the fabric underneath. Oops. So I place the fabric underneath and I do just a few stitches to make sure that it's matching quite good, but it's actually not, so I'll do this once again. I'm going to unpin a little bit to have a little more wiggle room. So like I said, I place it careful under my foot. And I do a few stitches. And this time it's so much better. All right, from here I go directly to my serger and I want to start with my foot of the machine up, and I place whatever I've been obviously stitching first, place it underneath, and then I start serging whilst I'm pulling little by little. this is my last bit. Okay, bottoms are ready, looking really beautiful. I'm really in love with them. And like I said, they are Brazilian cheeky, right? As it has this kind of like of a curve here. It kind of like goes in the middle in the bum, but it's like so beautiful. I am really in love, and I will make a very nice top for it, also a new pattern, so you can enjoy it together. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, please feel free to write me, and if not, I wish you happy sewing.